back with another video. Today we'll be doing What If Deku Had Venom Part 4. Last I left off, Deku revealed that he has one for all, except people don't know that it's one for all. Like everyone thinks he's a lightning based quirk. And Deku, like he knows in his head that is one for all, but he has to play it off like he just unlocked a second quirk and he didn't know about it. Because, like, I'm pretty sure second quirk, I mean, they're not uncommon in the My Hero Academia world. Like, you can get second quirks. I think, right? I think. So, yeah. So, everyone think that Deku's one of those special people that gets two quirks. Everyone's kind of jealous. Everyone kind of is. Because and they also saw that Venom just ate the Nobu's head. And they just explained that, oh, he's not even human, so it don't even matter. And then everyone just plays it off as that, but like they know the fact that he could probably eat anyone's head if he wanted to, but he only did to protect Uraraka. And before we continue on with the video, obviously, subscribe, like, leave a comment down below if you haven't done that already. Comment down below any suggestions, any other what ifs, and like all that stuff. And also, link in the description below. I have a link to my Discord if y'all want to go check that out. And let's get on with the video. So Deku, I'm gonna say the time, like they have less time because the anime they had like 2 weeks before the sports festival. So I'm gonna say they have less time. They get a week and a half. But the rest of the last couple of days are not for the sports festival. Those days are for like school stuff that they're gonna do. But I'm gonna say they do have a day before the week's over, and then Aizawa says that so y'all gonna have a week and a half of break because of what happened yesterday, and y'all gotta prepare for what's coming up next. And he's like, it's the sports festival. And everyone they kind of hype a little bit, but like the fact that he just said that you gotta get ready for y'all next fight, they all thought it was gonna be another villain attack, but in the sports festival, people lightened up a little bit. And I'm gonna say for the rest week and a half, Deku trades more. I think how much percentage that Deku could use at one for all is like max 20, and for Venom, if he had Venom on top of that, its max is 40. And without the lightning thing that's coming on, it'll be 10, and for Venom, it's gonna be 20. So I'm gonna say that Deku trades more. He trades more because he wants to use more than 10% of one for all. He's like, bro, I want to use more than just 10% of one for all. All right. So he's like, I gotta do this. So like he starts trading more and more and more. Like he's like, Venom, bro, for the rest of the week, I'm gonna be trading on my own. All right. And I don't want you to disturb me. I'm not trying to be mean or nothing. That's what Deku was saying. But I just want to train on my own. Alright? Get stronger on my own. Maybe help out a couple of people on the way. And then Venom's like, okay, so you just want to help Uraraka. And then Deku's like, wait, what? No, 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 no. And then he's like, bro, we can't hide no secrets, man. I'm Venom, alright? I know what you're actually trying to do. And Deku, he kind of thought about it in the back of his head. But like he's like, okay, yeah, fine. I'll help Uraraka for a couple of days, but then the rest I'm training on my own. So I'm gonna say Deku teaches Uraraka. I don't know if it's ever gonna be true, but I was thinking, can't Uraraka like control gravity? Like she probably has the quirk to become zero gravity, but can she make things heavier? Like heavier. Not just straight from zero, like from Earth's gravity to zero, but like Earth's gravity and probably probably even heavier than Earth's gravity. Can she do that? Like, I don't know if that's canon or if they even displayed it in the manga yet, but hey, it's like a theory that I had in the back of my head. So I'm gonna say Deku trains Uraraka to make stuff heavier, and then Deku asks Uraraka if he can make him heavier. So I'm gonna say for Deku, Uraraka's like Dragon Ball Z's version of. So, alright, so I was thinking that for Deku, Uraraka's like Dragon Ball Z's version of the gravity chamber. So Deku is like Uraraka's able to control gravity at this point. So she's kind of OP. Like Deku's not gonna use her like that, obviously, but like it's not like he wants to use her like that. It's just that it's like something beneficial for him. He can if you train more under this heavier pressure that Earth is heavier to him, then it would be good. So like Uraraka's like Deku asked him to do this, right? And then Uraraka's like, "Are you sure about that?" And when Deku says, "Yeah, I'm sure about this, cause like it'll help both me and you. Like you can make gravity heavier, and I always make it Earth's gravity to zero. Like you control how much gravity it has, not just Earth's gravity and zero, but like Earth's gravity probably 500 times Earth's gravity, and then like slowly up, and then yeah, like that pretty much." And so Uraraka's like, "I see, but wouldn't this hurt you?" And then, but how? Like she's asking, "How would this benefit you though?" And Deku, he's like, "It'll make me stronger, right? Because like I have a second quirk. Like at this point, it's common knowledge because he revealed it in the last part that he got a second quirk. And Deku, he's like, I want to see what this second quirk can do, and I also want to make sure I train Venom." And then Venom pops out. "Yeah, hi, I'm here." And then it might make him stronger too. And then Uraraka says, "Okay." But Deku knows exactly what he's trying to do. He's trying to make it seem like you already know he got one for all. He knows it. He knows it. So he's just doing it so that he can control more one for all. And Venom, he gets more control one for all as well. So yeah. So it's triple beneficial. It's triple beneficial. So yeah. Deku trades just like that for the next couple of weeks, a week and a half. I said, remember? Well, actually a week, and then almost like they just want to make sure that actually scratch that. They have the rest. They have 2 full weeks to trade, just like an original anime. So when like they trade like that, Deku, I'm gonna say by the end of the 2 weeks, Deku's able to control. I want to say 40%. I really do, but I can't. Actually, yeah, 40%. 40%. We're just doing 40%. Venom's able to control 80% because I think I said in the first part that, or first or second, I don't know which part, that if Deku has, let's say, 5%, Venom's gonna have double that. That means Venom's gonna have 10%. It's like in the start, Deku was only able to control 5, and he's able to control 10. He never used it. He never done 5 or 10% because he didn't want it to be visible. Because it was also visible on Venom's body too, not just Deku's, but Venom's too. So he gets 40. His top is 40%. That's his max, and Venom's top is also 80%, his tops. But like I said, Deku, like if he doesn't want to show a light, he has to be half of that. So like half of 5% is 2.5%. He can go higher than 2.5%. But since they already know that he has some sort of a lightning-based work, I'm gonna say that Deku he's able to go all out, but he's not gonna show it because you'll see why sooner or later. So we get ready for the sports festival. Deku gets ready for the sports festival, and they all in the training room. I'm gonna say Todoroki still challenges him. He still challenges him, even though he's kind of scared because he knows that Venom could eat his head if he wanted to. Deku's not like that. Alright? I'm gonna say he only does that if the person that he's fighting against ain't human, or he's just really bad and does not deserve to exist. That's it. That's it. Those are the only two exceptions. And like he tells the whole class, and like Bakugo, he's kind of relieved that he's not on Deku's bad side, because he know he be bullying him sometimes, but he's relieved that he's not on his bad side. So Bakugo was most relieved out of everyone in the class. So yeah, Deku and Uraraka are a thing at this point because they spend most of the time together in the past 2 weeks. So they're a thing at this point. They're like an actual thing at this point. So like everyone starts noticing it a little bit, and then they kind of like everyone's kind of jealous, especially Banana. But I mean, I don't know if I expelled them. I don't think I expelled anyone, to be honest. So yeah, so Banana's most jealous out of everyone in the class. Like Bakugo, he's like, whatever. And like Todoroki, he's like, man, nah, I'm not about to say it, but you don't care. No one really care all that much. But like some of the girls in the class that are friends with Uraraka, they like happy for him. But like Bakugo, Kirishima, Ida, maybe Denki, maybe Kaminari, they all happy for my boy. They all happy for him. So they get ready for the thing. I think Deku got first. So I'm gonna just back it up because I don't know if I said Deku got first or Bakugo got first. So we're gonna make up like two sides. So side A, when Deku gets first, Deku just says, like he says mask copy. He says in his Venom voice, I want everyone here to know that just because I got fangs don't mean I bite, alright? And then he goes on to Deku, and Deku's like, but I want all y'all. And then like he's still in Venom form actually. And then he goes half Deku, half Venom, like in the picture. I'm gonna show you pretty soon, I think. He like, but like in both Deku and Venom voice, but we want all y'all to know that, hey, I want y'all to try your best, but I want y'all to give me a fair fight too. But either way, he's still kind of cocky because of Venom. But I'm gonna say that he's gonna say, but I'm gonna win though. I'm gonna win. But I'm not gonna win just by default. I wanna win because I know I tried. I want everyone to try. And I want them to know that even if they try, they know that they did good because they tried. So it was like a pep talk. Also just promoting himself, saying that he's gonna win pretty much. But he still wants everyone to try. So yeah. And then if it was Bakugo, it's gonna be the same as an anime. I'm gonna win. No cap. Like that's the same as anime. So they get ready for the race, and then into one. I think it was either midnight or President Mike that said that. So either one, 3, 2, 1, they start. And once they start, I'm sorry if that was a long pause, because most of what I'm doing, I don't have a script whatsoever. Doing everything on top of my head. So Deku, he goes mask, Venom's like copy, and he was like 10% more wrong, and then he jumps, and then because he sees Todoroki is about to cover the floor and ice, so he's like everyone except for some people, And then like I think they were in a tunnel when they were doing this, so I'm thinking that the top of the tunnel, that Venom slash Deku would jump, and then he would just run on the top of the tunnel, and then he would jump down, and then he uses 20% one for all to show the lightning, and then because like most of 1A knows that he has a second quirk along with the Venom quirk, and then he just pushed straight through, and you can say that the training paid off. Like at the end of the whole race, you could go to Uraraka and say, "Hey, that training paid off, bro. That training paid off. It was all good." Deck gets first. Like everything happens the same except for the explosions. I'm gonna say that Deku, he uses Venom to like latch onto the very end of it, and then he would just swing, like he would just throw himself towards the edge, and then like he would fall in like the tunnel where they go through, and then just swing himself, and then he would land perfect. Like he would injure himself, but then he would regen because of Venom. Cause yeah, and then cavalry battle. Like before the cavalry battle, Deku tells Uraraka that the training paid off. Like everyone was kind of confused. What training? And then we were like they know there was a thing, but they didn't think that they would train. And then they were like, "Y'all, you guys will see." And then like everyone knows by default that Deku and Uraraka are already on a team. They just need 3, 2 other people. Cause Deku, Uraraka, and then yeah, 2 more. I'm gonna say it's gonna be the same as the anime with Hatume and Tokayami being the horse, being like at the front, Deku on top, and then like they just escape most of the time. I'm gonna say they do a better job, cause Deku he trained more, so I'm gonna say Deku was more prepared. Like he didn't expect Ida to go reciprocal burst, but without warning, like Venom he came on and just jumped. He just jumped off them, and then like Ida thought he grabbed it, but he missed it. And then once Deku lands, time is up. The time's up, and they still got first. Deku was surprised about what Ida just did, but he's even more surprised that Deku got a faster reaction time. And then Venom, he says in his head, because of all that trading, your reaction time went up. It's a good thing that I was possessed by this one guy. And yes, Spider-Man is going to be in this series, but Venom's not going to have a hate towards him. It's just, he's not Japan. He's still going to be in the US. Like Venom, like he gets trapped in a contraption. He doesn't meet Eddie in this series, let's just say. And Spidey just throws Venom all the way to Japan, where 4-year-old Deku is about to get a quirk, and yeah, all that stuff that happened. You gotta really should have made a prologue for this, but it's too late now. So they get first. Now it's time for the fights, 1v1s, whatever. I don't know what they call it, but yeah. So they're about to fight. Shinzo, Deku's like, okay, no powers whatsoever. And then, like, he know in the back of his head that he could just use, like, 3%, like, 5% one for all. And, like, he would still feel different, but, like, they won't, like, he gave, like, they don't have, like, quirk, I don't think they have, like, quirk scanners or something like that. Like, how much they quirk they use. So I'm saying that Deku, he would use, like, 5% of his quirk. And then Deku, he just won by using 5%. I would say Deku, he's not really like that cheat type, but like he's like, I want to get this over with. So like he used 0%, but once he gets ready to punch Shinso, he goes from 0 to 5, and then just punches him, and then he just goes like Deku just keeps punching him, like he falls to the ground. And then he picks Shinso up and just throws him out of bounds. And then that was it. Like Shinso was still fighting him, and then like Deku was getting punched left and right. but like that he's still holding him up in the air, and then he just plops him out of bounds. And that was so disrespectful, but hey, it is what it is. And I'm just ending right here. Just ending right here. Actually, I'm just gonna finish the Full Sports Festival. So, Deku vs. Todoroki. I don't know if I made the proclamation already, but Todoroki, it's gonna be the same as anime. Deku, he like, okay, if you don't use half of your power, I will use half of mine. And he's saying that Venom's not gonna be a part of this battle. And like, everyone thinks that that's a huge disadvantage because he has more control over Venom than his second quirk. And then, like Aizawa mentions that, oh well, Deku earned the second quirk not too long ago, so he put himself at a big disadvantage. Everyone thinks, but Deku knows that he's been training this for the past 2 weeks. He is now able to go 40% more for all. Everyone thinks that he's at disadvantage. Even like Todoroki's kind of mad because like he knows that his second quirk is just lightning. There's nothing much to it. And then he kind of pissed off Todoroki a little bit because like that's kind of disrespectful because like Deku barely even knows what this quirk can do, and he's using it to fight Todoroki. That means he's not only like Todoroki's fighting half of his strength, but Deku is fighting literally like what? Everyone else thinks 5% of his strength. That's like a big, like that's disrespect on a whole other level, bro. He's pretty much saying that Todoroki is weak, bro. Like he can fight him 5% with just using the second quirk. That's everyone knows, but Deku knows that. He trained. He knows how to use the quirk. He can kick his ass. So Deku is like, all right, and then he powers up. He goes 25%. To show that he has like almost like he knows what Deku's trying to do, but no one else does because they don't know that All Might's successor is literally about to fight right now, except for Deku and All Might himself. And Deku, he's like, okay, but he's still gonna use Venom a little bit for that reaction time that he did with Ida. He has that reaction time thing that you did with Ida? He's like, yeah, I want you to implement that for me so I can use it in this fight. So he's like, so you're still gonna use a little bit of me? I was like, yeah, a little bit. Because like not only does he want to fight with Venom, he wants to test one for all, like by himself. Because he never tested it by himself. He only used it with Venom, but not by himself. So he doesn't know the full extent of his power. And just like he's actually not supposed to know about his full extent of his power. So Todoroki, he's kind of getting mad a little bit. Like, I'm gonna say, even if Deku does, like, if Todoroki does go all out, I'm gonna say Deku's still gonna use one for all. He's just gonna use one for all against Todoroki. Like, he's still gonna disrespect Todoroki. And then, like, they do the thing same as the anime. Deku doesn't break his fingers this time. He just flicks, like, he just punches. And then everyone thinks that it was some lightning-based quirk, but, like, they figured out it's like a straight NSA quirk. And then Nay's like, huh? And I was like, yeah, remember I said that I trained the past 2 weeks? Yeah, I figured out what it was. It's a strength enhancing. The lightning was just for show. And then All Might does kind of All Might will explain Deku why the lightning is involved. Like I don't really know why lightning is involved in this, but yeah, he's gonna explain to him. I'm gonna figure it out before the next part, part 5, I think. I'm gonna figure it out, but yeah. So they finish it out like Deku, except as an anime. Except Deku, he's able to break all the cement quickly and then gets to Todoroki and like he dodges when Todoroki throws at him and then he boom, just hits Todoroki, and then he sets him flying. And then he's like you know, like how All Might just lifts up his fists, like in the air, like in season 3, where he defeated All for One, or when Endeavor defeated that Nomu in the final episode of season 4. Yeah, he does pretty much something like that. And everyone's like they all shouted for excitement, bro, because this thing tensed up quickly, and then boom, big explosion just happened, and the fight was over, and Deku won. Now they repaired the entire building, they repaired the arena, and then they get ready for Deku versus Bakugo. I've been waiting for this. So Bakugo, he's like, I don't want you to do what you do with Todoroki. I want you to go all out, and I will also go all out. Deku, he thought he was implying that he was just Venom, and then Bakugo's like, I also want to use your second quirk, all right? Because like he too wants to feel the power of Deku's second quirk, also known as One for All. And Deku's like, all right. He's like, mask, and then it was like copy, and then like Bakugo, he's never been up close to Venom, but like now that he's seen him, he's like, yo, you look more buff than you did the last time. And I was like Venom knows the secret, and he wants to keep it a secret, and then he's like, well, I've done training with Uraraka, and then yeah, like I would say Uraraka, she does make it, but loses. Like she pretty much gets third place. She gets third place in the entire thing. So she's up on the podium, but she gets third place. And Bakugo was second, Deku first. But Bakugo, he goes all out. First attack, Howled Sword Impact. Like he thought he finished Deku, because he wasn't in his Venom form, so he thought Venom could only regenerate, but not Deku. Like he thought he killed him. Like he thought it was done. Like everyone saw half his body. Everyone was getting ready to disqualify Bakugo, but then Deku, his skeleton starts coming up, and he's like, wait, like he's still talking in his skeleton form. And then he comes back, and then Venom comes up. We are Venom, and we to go all out, and then he sprints to Deku, like to Bakugo, faster than I can see. Like everyone thinks he's still standing, but then when Bakugo, like once Deku passes like by Bakugo, like everyone sees he's on the other side, and then Bakugo's like he's getting hit, he's getting barraged by a bunch of punches. One for all, I'm gonna say 20%. That's not his max power. And then Bakugo, he was set flying. Deku punched so hard that once he stopped, he flew, and then Bakugo went back to his senses. He started flying towards Deku, and then he throws like an explosion punch, like he throws the explosion and then punches Deku at the same time, which literally does nothing. Like he hits his teeth, like you know, like when someone punches you, right, and then it just like you move your head slightly, but it does nothing to you. So like Deku, he just turns his head while Bakugo's fist is still like on his face in Venom form. So he feels Venom's teeth, and then Venom he starts wrapping his tongue around his hands, and then Venom, like Deku's like Bakugo's like let go, cause he's kind of scared at this point, bro. He's like, you know, I don't want to fight you no more, bro. But like he does the explosion. Biggest explosion ever. And like Venom comes through and then punches Bakugo straight in the gut, and then he flies, and then Deku's declared the winner. And like I said before, Deku first, Bakugo second, and Uraraka third. So yeah. And I'm gonna end it off here. I mean, we all know All Might gives the medals, all that. My next part will be internships, hero names, and all of that stuff. And I'll see you guys in the next part. Bye.